He's rays off for a new era in Earth hunting. The U.S. area agent's Tess Sputnik has startup of Cloak Canaveral in Florida on a mission statement to discover thousands of new worlds for our sunny framework. The mission statement will examination a large bandage of stars, hoping to capture the dips in luminance how happen while orbital planets beam their many faces. Tess's purpose is to make up a directory how some telescopes can later attention in on for more than comprehensive analyze. Tess is furnished in 4 persons really susceptible cameras how will allow it to display almost the whole heaven, told George Rieker, the mission statement's main inspector of the Massachusetts Institution of Technique, that leads the draft. This types of planets how Tess will discover our show by a trial named In Transit. We can see the dark, efficaciously, of the Earth as it passes in front line of its army celebrity. NASA's newest Arioscope went up on a SpaceX Falcon 9 missile at 1851 regional period, 2251 GMT, 2351 BST. The crossing exoplanet examination Sputnik, Tess, was imaginary to include dead on Monday, but the missile business had requested several additional period to explore and question associated in the Start Cars Guide framework. Environment's 49 men flying put the Sputnik on a very elliptic way about the land. Mission statement planned include intended a Roman orbital how will see the observatory corralled by the seriousness of the Luna. The will conduct to it with really slight gas to supervise operative, authorizing the mission statement to hold on work for a pair of many decades, or for as length as NASA finds importance in its scientific. Tess follows in the footsteps of Kepler, a innovative Arioscope startup in 2009. It as well utilized the in-transit method to prove more than rather than 2,000 as called exoplanets. But Kepler, for its initial mission statement at low, just looked at a really little patching of heaven, and largest of its show were just too far off or too dim to allow future research. The Tess policy will be various on a quantity of fronts. At first and primarily, it is a broad field examination. Its cameras will scanning big strips of the sky above 27 date periods, take in 85% of the sky in 2 years. All the show will go in a directory how some observatories can later pit. Believe of it as a telephone volume, thou'll be capable to see up the ones how concerned thou, told Tess Vice Scientific CEO, Sarah Seeger, as well of MIT. Yet he's not fair number, he's quality assurance as so, since the planets we do discover will be vivid, quite and shut quite to land how we very can do pursue up measurements in them. Tess's mission statement is really prompt. The following few year will see a new general of excellent telescopes go on the internet how include the technologies to sensor the atmospheres of neighboring worlds. Scientists will be looking for gases how our capacity biomarkers, the chemistry signing such as molecule oxygen supply, methane and water supply how could specify the present of life forms. Maybe the key artist in the box will be the heir to Hubble, the James Webb Area Observatory, due in orbital of 2020. Its initial glass and IR tool appear excellently tuned for the work. But down there will be other as so, particularly in Europe wherever exoplanet scientific is really powerful. The land-based Europe Very Big Scope, in its 39-meter wide initial glass, will surely be targeting Tess show while it becomes operative in the previous 2020s. And later down there is the newly choose Europe Area Agent Scope named as Ariel, that will start in the deceased 2020s in the really particular vanity of student exoplanet atmospheres.